Welcome to this series on the worst modern Asian horror movies. I'm the Artie Dance from Asian Film Fans, and I'm going to introduce you to some of the worst Asian horror movies you will ever see. So why would I want to watch these then? Hold on, who are you? Well, I'm you, just not Artie. So you're not the Artie Dance. That's a bit confusing. Just call me Dance, not Artie, or DNA. That seems more confusing. It's my intro. Deal with it. Now get on with this stupid video. Anyway, let's take a look at this 2018 Thai shocker of a film called Viral. This is a stupid teen horror, isn't it? It sure is. Let's see why it's so bad. An annoying young girl and her annoying friends are addicted to some confusing augmented reality online mobile phone game called Ghost Hunt. Mobile phone games. They meet in an abandoned school to play. One of them is the host and the other one is the hunter. The host needs to hide a talisman in the location and keep it a secret from the hunter. The ghosts seem to be randomly generated on whatever map they're playing on. Wow, this actually sounds boring. The host just hides the talisman? What else do they do? Who knows? Anyway, once they finish playing the game, the girl Tang goes to the bathroom and ends up taking a photo of a real ghost. She then decides it would be hilarious to share the photo of the ghost with her friends, which is strange because she doesn't really have any friends because she's such an unlikable and annoying character. So now her and her friends start to see ghosts everywhere. One of those friends, Kitty, has a boyfriend who fixes mobile phones. His name is Wit. At least it's an honest job, right? Being the awesome person that she is, she decides to flirt with Wit. But clearly she doesn't know what she's doing because they don't get very far. She then finds out that her other friend, Title, and his family were killed in a car accident after being haunted by the ghost. Her and Kitty kiss and make up, not literally, and decide they're going to investigate who the ghost is and find her body so her spirit can rest in peace, or something like that. So the police couldn't find the body, but a duo of annoying girls addicted to their mobile phones are. Yep, pretty much something like that. Let's talk about Tang, the main character. She's cute, but annoying. That's the best description I have of her. I feel weird calling her cute because the actress playing her was only 17 at the time of shooting the film. She lives with her workaholic father, who seems to really not care too much about her. He puts in the barest of efforts, which is strange as her friend Kitty seems to be quite jealous of their relationship. I'm not sure what happened to her mother, and I'm really not worried about it. For money, she works at a convenience store. This part comes as a bit of a surprise, as the movie tells us that she's a freelance designer who's good at painting, and makes out that her father is wealthy and she's a bit spoiled, but that's actually her so-called friend. Friend would be Kitty. She's the one with the mobile phone fixing boyfriend. Now, Kitty lives in a massive house with two very inattentive parents who abandon her during dinner to go to a party. There's some sad music in this bit to really imply that poor Kitty really doesn't have anyone other than Tang and Wit, and her boyfriend admits over the phone that he thinks that Tang is cute, so you know that relationship isn't solid. If the movie had her as the main character, I think it would have improved the overall film. Yeah, she suffers from jealousy, but who wouldn't be upset when their so-called best friend flirts with their so-called boyfriend? She's quite a loyal and honest person. And finally, we've got Wit. This guy is a fucking arsehole. He has a beautiful and loyal girlfriend, and all he can think of doing is getting into the pants of her friends. Also, he fixes mobile phones for a living. He seems to fall for Tang the first time he sees her, and decides to go to the convenience store where she works to buy beer and take it back to her house to drink. Smooth. You've been quiet for quite a while. You're doing a good enough job, you don't need me. Thanks. Anyway, Wit gets forgotten about pretty quickly by Tang, which goes to show what kind of appeal he really had to her. To be fair to the movie, the wooden and rather shit dialogue could be a result of the poor subtitle translation. But then as you keep watching, you realise that whoever did the subtitles didn't have much to work with. Part of doing translating is not just converting the dialogue word for word, but to improve the quality of the translation to make things sound more natural. Take this line where Tang and Kitty are at the open air market. Rather than, I want to buy a drink, how about, I'm thirsty, I'm going to buy something to drink. See? It sounds more natural. Same with Kitty's response, I'll go to the store. Now this sounds like Kitty will go to the store to buy it, but that's not what happens. She just goes to walk around the market, so she should actually say, okay, I'm going to look around the market. It might not be exactly what she says in Thai, but it sounds far more natural. Oh, so you reckon you could do a better job, huh? But the delivery of the lines is mostly just average. Everyone keeps the same stoic look. Unless they're screaming or cheering, then it's just over the top. Not even the ghost looks like it's having fun. This movie was done on the cheap. Most likely all the augmented reality stuff is just After Effects motion graphics. Zurreal Studio, a division of the movie's production house, was responsible for the effects. Their background includes the 2017 horror movie Siam Square, from the same production house and starring the same actress who plays Tang and the same guy who plays Wit, and it's a much better film than this. This movie is devoid of any CGI, reliant on motion graphics and makeup effects. Speaking of the makeup effects, the ghosts aren't anything new. Grey skin, white eyes and random bloodstains, alongside tattered clothing and peeling skin. Better than a hockey mask, right? If you were 15, you might think this is scary, but for everyone else, meh. In this movie, not a chance. The bits that are supposed to be scary aren't because they're telegraphed so far in advance and with the usual jump scare sound effects. This movie does make good use of music to try and create creepy and atmospheric moments. But most of the time it reminds me of those bad Chinese horror movies I watch and 80s American teen horrors. Harsh sounds slowly building up. It's about the only good bit of this movie. Probably the best scary moment is the one that occurs at Kitty's house when she's playing the ghost hunt game against Tang. Although the scenes of Kitty fighting with the ghost over the rice container is hilarious. Also, what's with the framing of this shot? Why are there black bars in the shot? Who did this, and why didn't they see this before they finalised the master of the film? Because it's not good. That is a stupid answer. There's no real thought with this movie, and that's because the game makes no sense. Why would only a handful of people play a mobile phone game that requires them to be in a real location to find a talisman while being hunted by ghosts? How does the hunter ever lose this? I don't recall a time limit, so it seems the game can just go on forever until the hunter finds the talisman. Also, how is Kitty playing the game with no mobile phone? That makes no sense, movie. Maybe she's using the Force. Wrong film. And it's because of stupid shit like this that just makes the movie dumb. Add in the characters who aren't likeable, the wooden dialogue, and the situations that are never resolved before the scenes move on, and you get a real Chinese horror movie level stinker of a film. Which is a shame, because we all know that Thailand can make some damn fine horror flicks. It's a really big no. No, 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 no. So you liked it then? We're playing opposites, right? Thailand can make some terrific horrors, but it also means every now and then there will be some stinkers, and this one really stinks. If you've seen the movie, what did you think? I hope you enjoyed this detailed look at Viral. We have many more terrible Asian horror movies to cover over the coming year. So if you're interested, please press the like button and consider subscribing to watch the latest videos as they're released.